Guys, it's Cyndi, aka Disney Queen. Today I'm going to talk to you about planning a Disney vacation. Now, I've done some planning videos before and I will leave links below, but I thought I'd kind of go into detail of how Cyndi goes about planning a Disney vacation. Everyone plans differently. I'm a planner by nature, so I really love the planning aspect of it. One of the first things that I do when we make up our mind that we are going to go on a Disney vacation is we start trying to decide what time of year we're going to go. Now, over the years, we've gone in the spring, we've gone in the summer, we've gone almost into fall, and we've gone at Christmas time. The vacation that I was in the process of planning would have been in November. In a couple of months, actually in a few weeks, we would have been going to Disney. And one of the reasons why we picked November was because we've gone in August, we've gone in July, we've gone in May, we've gone in December. And I really love Disney no matter what time of year. But honestly, Disney can get hot. And my thought process at the time was, I don't want to go when it is like boiling hot. As many of you know, my husband has had some health issues. And the idea, just the thought of us trying to go when it's like 90, 100 and some degrees, I just couldn't see it. I don't mind the crowds, but the heat just can be overwhelming. So the first thing I would say that you should do is decide what time of the year that you would really like to go, because that's going to determine so much of how you go about planning your vacation. So I would say definitely what time of the year you're going to go. Then I would say you need to decide how many days you want to allot to be at Disney. Now, you can't do everything at Disney because Disney is just huge. Walt Disney World especially. So we usually do 8 days. We count travel time and time in the parks. And usually we will travel one day, and then the next day we will arrive. And we don't go in the parks usually the first day that we arrive. We usually just get settled in. We may go to downtown Disney. We may go most definitely go to Ohana's for dinner, and then we may get a 5-day park hopper. Now, the reason I go about getting a hopper, and that's the next thing you have to decide on, once you decide on how many days you're going to spend there, then you have to decide on how many days you're going to get tickets for. Now, you can get tickets for the entire time that you're there, but if you're on a budget, and I'm on a budget, I don't know too many people who are not on a budget, you need to decide how many days you're going to set aside to visit the parks. Now, at Walt Disney World, we all know there are 4 parks. You cannot see the entire park in one day. So what we tend to do is we do a 5-day park hopper. And you don't have to do a park hopper, especially if you have young children. You may want to just do 1 park per day. So you could do 4 days and then do a park per day. I would suggest that you have a free day in there, or a day where you just kind of relaxed or go to the pool if you're not going when it's cold. Or you can go allot a day to go to to Disney Springs, or you can allot a day to go to the water parks if that's something that you're into. But take a down day somewhere in between. Disney is one of those places that if you're not careful, you're going to run yourself ragged. We've done it. We called it commando touring, and we've done it over the years. Most of the time we go in and we hit the ground running. We stay most of the day, take a break in the afternoon, but not really taking a break, because then we will go to the mall, or we would go to the outlets or to the thrift stores, to the flea markets, and then get something to eat, and then we be right back in the park again. I am now 55 years old, and as much as I love Disney, I need more downtime. My family will be happy to see that because I am one of those people that could go in the morning and stay all day if it's not too hot and stay there till it closes at night. So once we've decided we're going to do 5 days in the park, then you have to decide which parks you're going to go to on which days. I know it seems like a lot, but in the end, I feel like it's one of those things. If you have a large grouping of family members going with you, or if you have young children and you have to really strategically plan out your day because you got to have nap time and all of that in between, then you want to know what days you're going. Then you're going to need to know what kind of fast pass you want. Do you have to do a fast pass? No, you don't, if you don't really want to do like the top of the line ride that everybody just has to ride. If you want to do a more leisurely pace, that is fine too. If Disney is one of those places that you know you're going to go back to again really soon or within the future, my best advice to you is to take it slow. Don't rush to do everything because one, you can't do it. So you've picked what days, you've picked how many days. Okay, where are you gonna stay? Now, we are on a budget, so we tend to stay at the value resorts, but you can always choose based on your budget, a value resort, a moderate resort, or a deluxe resort. That really is up to you. That's a decision that you have to make. Now, if this seems overwhelming, my top advice to you would be get a travel agent. I know a few travel agents, and I'll put some of their links down below. I use Dreams Unlimited, but there are a couple of other people that I would recommend to you. And the reason I say that is, first of all, it doesn't cost you anything to use a travel agent, but it does save you on stress and time. And if you're not familiar with Walt Disney World or Disneyland, then having a travel agent is a good thing. Look at it as your own private assistant, because that's really what it is. They will do as much or as little as you would like for them to do. They can book your hotel stay. They can give you advice on when is the best time to go, how many days to go, where you should stay based on your budget. Those are the things that I would suggest that you talk to a travel agent about. Some of them will even book your dining plans. Okay, so that's another thing, another decision that you have to make. Where are you going to eat? Now, because we usually drive, we will go out of the area, out of the Walt Disney World bubble, and go eat outside of Walt Disney World. But if you're flying in and you don't have transportation and you don't necessarily want to get a Lyft or Uber to go anywhere, there are plenty of places at Walt Disney World to eat. So many that you will never be able to eat at them all unless you live in Florida. So that's another decision that has to be made. You have to decide where you're going to eat. Now, you can eat at the little takeout places where you just go up, grab something like a snack, and be on your way. You can take food in with you. Believe it or not, still at Disney, you can take some food in with you. Or you can have food in your room and you can eat like a breakfast or a lunch in your room and then maybe do dining somewhere else. There are a couple of choices. You can do sit-down dining, you can do quick service dining, or you can go to one of the little small kiosks, like I said, and grab a snack. There are plenty of choices. Each park has multiple places that you can eat. You will have to make, if you're going to do sit-down dining, you will have to make some reservations. Again, another good reason to have a travel agent. I'm just saying. Okay, so now you've decided where you're going to stay. You know how many days you're going to stay. You know what time of the year you're going to go. You kind of know where you want to eat. You kind of know which parks you want to visit on what day. And you kind of know which rides you want to ride. These are all decisions that you have to make. Well, don't forget what you're going to take, because you're going to have to pack. And depending on the time of year, you might have to pack multiple layers, because believe it or not, you can get cold at Disney. I can attest to that. Believe it or not, you will probably get rained on at Disney. So you have to have multiple layers of things. You need to be prepared. I know it sounds like a lot, but I'm telling you, if you put it in manageable sections and work on it, it can be done. And when you get there, that stuff is already taken care of and you don't have to worry about it. Now, one of my favorite things other than eating and going on the rides is you have to shop. You don't have to buy a lot, but you need to bring back something. You can bring back a pair of ears, you can bring back a t-shirt, you can buy jewelry, you can buy food. There's so many different things. There's so many shops. So over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about how I choose my hotel, how I choose what rides we're going to go on, how we choose where we're going to eat. One of my favorite things is I'm going to tell you about what Cyndi packs when she goes on a trip. I'm going to show you what's in my park bag. I've already showed you my ears that I plan to take. And if you have any questions, all you have to do is ask. I hope that the videos in the next couple of weeks will be beneficial to you. I love planning videos. I really should have been a travel agent, but that's probably not my first love. So I'm sticking to the things that I know best. And I hope that you enjoy doing this journey with me. I am so excited. Like I said, I know I should probably be really upset that my trip was canceled. I am kind of, sort of, but the planning part still gets me excited. Whether the trip is a month away, a year away, or even 2 years away. I've actually planned 2 years out for a trip to Walt Disney World. And the next time that I go, there'll be so many different changes that it'll be like going to an entirely different park, because there is actually a couple of new lands that weren't there the last time I went. So I hope that you go on this journey with me. I hope that I say something that will get you excited about your trip. If it's your first trip, let me know. If it's your 10th trip, let me know. I cannot wait to hear about it. So until I see you the next time, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like, what are you waiting for? And if you want to know when the very next video comes out, all you have to do is hit the little notification bell below. So until I see you the next time, have a blessed day.